Imagine the staircase fight scene, the hallway fight scene, and the prison fight scene from Daredevil seasons 1, 2, and 3. And if you think that's epic, imagine that for an entire movie. And if you think that's epic, in the words of a great philosopher, Walter White, you're goddamn right. This movie's fucking amazing. Like, I had already heard that this movie was a great movie. I just like, having like an expectation be so high and surpass it, that's genius. That is brilliant. So 1917 is a war movie. It's based in 1917, the year 1917. It is in World War One, the First World War, and basically these two characters, Frodo and Sam, need to go to Mount Doom and drop the ring into the fire. Sorry, that's a different movie. Basically the same premise. Two characters. I can't really remember their names. I think I think one's Blake and the other's Will. I think that's their name. I think that's their names. And these two characters get orders from Colin Firth, and they're just like, you need to take these orders to the front lines and stop an attack because they are about to be ambushed and 16,000 people are about to die. Basic premise of the movie, and it literally walks you to that spot. The entire movie, you walk to that spot. This movie is beautifully made. It is fantastic. Like, I was actually blown away by how well this was made. The tracking shot, like the entire movie is just like a one big long tracking shot. Like, there are definitely moments where you can be like, cut there, but it was beautifully done. But that's usually like a transition from either night or day, or there was a fucking explosion. We'll get to that in a second. So basically, all of these, like the dialogue, the action, everything is just put into one big tracking shot. It is almost as if like they set it up on like 2-3 days, and they had 3 days to shoot it, and they were just like, right, come a bitch, be over where you need to be and be ready. Like, don't choke, don't do anything, just be fucking awesome. We'll be there in like 7 hours. Be ready. That literally feels like what this movie is. Like, they walk all the way there, and you see it happen. You see all the vehicles. You see all the planes. You see all the people. You see all the corpses and everything like that. This movie is actually very, very real. Like, it feels real. It's like Hacksaw Ridge in that sort of sense, where it's like, that feels real. Like, when you see corpses, you know that's real. You feel like that's real. You see a burnt down house, you're like, that feels real. You see the setting, the layout, the everything, and it feels real. So when something like an explosion happens, it's not going to be like, Michael Bay, good explosion, nice fireworks, you fuck. You will watch that explode. Like, there is one specific explosion in this entire movie where the entire, like, when I was in the movie theater, the entire audience jumped. I jumped, and I barely jump at that shit. Like, you could see it's happening, and you're like, no, fuck, it happened. Whew. There are definite moments of you like gripping the seat of your chair, just like, no, and you just. It's beautifully done. It's absolutely fantastically done. There's very little dialogue in this entire movie, but when the dialogue is on, the dialogue is brilliant. You feel the emotion of the characters. Like a character. One of the characters, I think is Blake. His brother is in the battalion that's about to be shot and killed by the Germans. And he's just been told that, and as he's walking out, you could see it. You could see the desperation on his face. Like, I need to get to my brother. I need to go and save him. Like, there's no decision. I need to go. No decision. And every time that something happens, say somebody accidentally puts their hand through a corpse, when they have a chance, they sit there and they marinate on that shit. Or something dramatic happens, they sit and marinate. It doesn't just it doesn't take away from the moment. The moment happens, and you sit there and you feel it. You know that it's happening. This movie is a brilliant movie, and I really can't stress that enough. If you haven't seen this movie, go out and watch this movie right now. Like, drop $10 on the ticket, you'll be right as rain. You will love this movie. If you liked Hacksaw Ridge, and you will like this movie. One thing I will warn you about. If you want this movie to be like Hacksaw Ridge, where in the last act is just blood, gore, and carnage, you will probably leave disappointed, because it's not like that. This movie is a character movie. Well, Hacksaw Ridge was a character movie, but this one is a long character. It's not very long, but it's a character movie. And all the like, there is gore, but it's not like in the last act where it just boof boof boof. But this movie, enjoy this movie. Like, this movie is absolutely worth watching with every ounce of your attention, and I loved it. Go and enjoy it. So here's my question for you. Have you seen 1917? And if you have, what do you prefer, 1917 or Hacksaw Ridge? And if you like what you see here, click the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.